And my mom never put me in any sports, never motivated me to be in sports. I just, like I said, I didn't have a father figure, so I didn't know the mentality that you needed to practice sports. I was wrestling with some kids outside, just WWF style, when I was the summer before I went into high school, and one of them said, I think you should try out for wrestling. And I did try out for wrestling, and I just didn't do good. Like I said, I just didn't have the mentality. As I got out of my teenage years to my early 20s, I kind of started straightening up because I could tell that I was leading a pattern that was just really bad. So I was lucky enough that by myself I was able to make the decisions to kind of stay out of trouble. At that point, that's where I started feeling a yearning to fill my life with something that would make up for that excitement of just, doing bad stuff. I went over to a friend's house and I watched Mark Kerr, The Smashing Machine, which is an awesome movie, but it doesn't paint a great picture of MMA, And it was interesting because, I left his house and I was like, I want to do this. Even though I saw the worst side of it, I was like, this is something that I want to do. And the next day I signed up at a gym. And 3 months later I had quit. I was going to community college part-time and working. I had quit going to college and was training full-time. When I started, I was doing a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, a lot, maybe going to a tournament a month. And what I figured out was that when I was warming up, that's when I would get the butterflies. So I just stopped warming up. And when I stopped warming up, I stopped getting nervous at all, and I can walk into a match like I was just a guy off the street. And I kind of carried that mentality into fighting. I would do a very light warm-up, and I figured out from all those jiu-jitsu tournaments how to just shut down the nervous response, where I would just walk in, and it's like as soon as the cage closed, I knew it was time to fight, and something would turn on. Oh yeah, I loved it. To me, I don't regret anything I did. Now I can't fight because I detached my retina, and that's just genetic. I don't think it's really from fighting, because every time I got my license, they did the test, and I would always have little tears in my retina. And finally detached, and the doctor said, if you don't quit now, the other one's going to detach, and there's not always a guarantee that we can fix it. So I said, all right, I stopped while I was ahead, 7-1. I fought in Bellator. I went to the Philippines. I fought Jens Pulver and won. So I accomplished a lot in 7-8 years, and I enjoyed it, and it's been a tremendous experience in my life. I wouldn't give that back for nothing. It's really an individual thing, but I think that's actually a real important topic, because I think people should be realistic about what they're doing to their bodies. I'm not complaining just because I had to leave the sport. I'm realistic. I did what I did. I did some damage to my body for sure. The year before I quit, I actually had a couple of concussions that were really bad, and I would do it again. It's a risk versus rewards. It's a very exciting life. It's if you want to accomplish something great, sometimes you have to take risks and pay a different price. So I accept that. But I think people should just be honest. I wouldn't encourage my kids to be fighting. It's a terrible lifestyle. The cutting weight, the blows to the head. Even though I think usually it is safer than boxing for most people as far as head trauma, it's still not something that I would say you're going to walk away from this without a scratch. There's going to be remnants. If you were a tough fighter and you had tough fights, when you're older, there'll be a price of that. I think that if they want to fight, they're going to have that natural instinct. Every kid sees Sylvester Stallone on TV and goes, I want to be Rambo. But only a few of those guys are going to become Navy SEALs, So if your kid wants to do it, I think it's a great thing for their health. And, at that level, it's not that dangerous. There's not a lot of kid events out there where people are getting hit in the head, So the safety aspect's there. I would encourage my child to do it. I wouldn't encourage him to take it professionally, but if he really wanted to, I would support him, because I know what it's like. If you have that desire inside you, nobody's going to stop you,